Hey, JustMaD here, and welcome to the third episode of Collection Watch, the series where I track how many collection skins are getting traded up. Let's get into it. So if you want an explanation of how I get these numbers and the inaccuracies that come with them, check out the first episode. I also added a new row which contains the relative percentage change compared to last episode. So in simple terms, how much more or less the skin has been traded up to compared to last episode. Let's start with the Norse and Havoc collections. As you can see, they got traded up to less in the past 2 months than in June, July. But that's a trend we've also been seeing with cases, so it's not really worrying because it's just due to the lower player numbers. You might have also noticed that there's a minus 6.5% relative percentage change for the industrial grade, but that's actually due to something weird that's going on with the CSGO float database. For skins with very high amounts, there's a very big amount of inaccuracy. I'm not sure if the numbers before were correct or they're correct now, but since we're working with relative figures, as long as it doesn't keep switching, the results should still be accurate. What about the Havoc collection? Well, it looks a bit worse. Last episode, the increase in applied skins was much bigger, hence the huge relative percentage change here. There is also the problem that the figures for the Night Heist, the Rust Coat and the Phoenix Shock are affected by the accuracy problem I talked about earlier, so they're not to be trusted too much, but they seem to be relatively correct. In the past episode, I put forward a theory that as a collection gets older and rarer, the most popular trade-ups for it go down in rarity. And for now, it seems like the most popular trade-up to do hasn't gone down in rarity yet, which makes sense since the effect of the release of Operation Riptide hasn't really been measured yet. We'll have to wait for next episode to see it. Now for the first results from the Gods and Monsters and Control collections that I started tracking last episode. For Gods and Monsters, the numbers look low, but that's normal because this collection is so old that the inputs for trade-ups are hard to find, and the trade-ups are very rarely profitable. Also, the most popular trade-up to do seems to be with consumer grades, so again, this is consistent with my theory. The Control collection is very wrong because its supply is very big, so with the current errors going on with CSGO Float, we can't trust any of the numbers except for the USPS and the OP. Let's hope this gets fixed soon because right now this is a mess. I've also added all of the new collections from Operation Riptide, which is going to take me quite a lot of time every month, so I'd appreciate it if you left a like. For the Train collection, I'll be tracking the M4 Coalition as well as the Glock Emerald because of the trade-up bug that made the M4 just as rare as the Glock Emerald. Some interesting things we can already see is that there seems to be 10 times less new collection skins compared to the other collections, which is just because a majority of people just don't like the covert. Also, I've seen some people pointing out that the amount of Desert Hydras is pretty low even though it's the most popular collection right now. So is this whole operation much less popular than the previous ones? Well no, the actual problem is in the detection of these skins. It takes quite some time to be able to find all of them, and CSGO Float is having some problems too, as I said already. For example, I saw something on Twitter, I forgot who posted it though and I can't find it anymore. But some of the lowest float op Desert Hydras on buff haven't been detected by CSGO Float yet, so this gives you an idea of how off the number is. And now let's get into Guess the Game. The winner of last video is again Atlas, so he goes up to second place with Nikolai Jancic. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.